Hey, what is up, y'all? Hope you're doing well. It's been a couple weeks since I posted a video, and wanted to kind of make this video as an extension of the last video, which was a very emotional video talking about the heartbreak I've been through recently from my last relationship, and kind of discussing how retaining is involved in that, how it makes you face yourself, and going through an experience like that where you feel loss and you're not trying to numb yourself from that feeling. And so I wanted to make a video again today, kind of following up on that, in offering a different sort of perspective in what I went through as I'm learning more about this and learning more about myself. I guess I've kind of been going through a little bit of a dark night of the soul situation, some depression, and because of my regret and my subconscious and how it's been processing the breakup. Now, retention is very interesting on this because in the relationship, I was retaining in the relationship and doing that, releasing sometimes, but in a way, I got to experience what life was like with her, and it was beautiful at times, and I mean, many times it was beautiful. But my growth as a soul, my growth as a human, wasn't ready for fully committing to this person. And it's like looking back now, by retaining, I was keeping myself on a path that wasn't letting myself fully merge with hers and making a life fully. And I had that experience with her those couple of years, and we were a couple, but I wasn't giving away enough of my life force to accept merging with another, with her in a way where she would become my wife. And I'm not saying this is good or bad. I'm saying this is what I think happened. And there's a lot of things like the trauma I spoke of, the emotional maturity, things like fully committing and having to go through loss to really grow as a person and heal as a man. And my conscious thought that I knew what I wanted when I initiated the breakup, and my subconscious held all those feelings of love and what our life could be like in the future, and having a family and marrying her, and that subconscious all came out once she moved on and once we actually stopped talking and she got into a new relationship. And the retention is forcing me to go inwards into myself to heal all of these emotional traumas and baggage that I've had in myself my whole life. I mean, me not fully opening my heart and soul to people, to women, or to just friends and in general. And I've hurt a lot of women in my life. I've slept around before, and when I was younger, I would kind of just stop texting girls, and I think I hurt a lot of people in my life, not consciously, not intentionally, but subconsciously through my own protection of myself. And in a way, this is karmic. And going through a real love, losing somebody you love deeply, and subconsciously all of these things coming out, all of these like hidden emotions coming out, it only could have been triggered by my loss, and it only could have really happened through retaining. And that's the hardest part, is I don't know if it's good or bad. I know that it's my path. It's my path that has led me here. These videos, or or being who I am today, in this moment, in this day, this is my path. And having to accept that path has been the hardest part for me the past couple of months. I've been isolating a lot. I've been self-analyzing a lot. I've been trying to forgive myself. And it's easy to just go back and think about what if the life I would have had with her. But at that time, I had to get away. I had to get away from my own path. I got too consumed into her. And so I think a lot of people who practice retention, a lot of us, we're trying to heal inside. And when I'm looking back at what happened with me, I wasn't enforcing boundaries the way I needed boundaries enforced. And so I was losing my self-worth in the relationship. And this is my issue, but I didn't realize it at the time. So when I broke away, I was breaking away thinking that we weren't right together, etc. She did things as well that furthered that, and she had unhealthy, toxic behaviors too that continued it. And that's just the way the relationship is. Like, we both had these unhealed things, and they both came out in a way that unfortunately led to us not being able to stay together. And so when these toxic behaviors, these things that I had to go through, have sort of led me here. And I'm at a point now, and I'm sharing this because I think a lot of us have these layers inside of us, like these deep layers. And as you retain, and as you go through life experiences, it's like, man, you think you're good, and then you break through to another one. And it can be a positive breakthrough, but it can also be a breakthrough that, you hit a pipe, and that pipe blows out steam of something that you weren't even ready for. And the subconscious and the mind has to absorb and process these things to get it out, and that's what I've been going through. And so when you retain, you're digging through all these layers of trauma and of experience and of something that happened to you when you were younger, and something you didn't do for yourself. And I'm trying to make these videos for myself, but also for you guys, because we all go through things like this. And I think it's really important to go inside and dig out those gems from the dirt, like those layers. Like, you have to find those gems and hold on to them for dear life. Hold on to those gems, guard them with everything that you have, because those gems are going to be your currency in life as you move forward. Everything else you will shed. Everything else you will shed away. And it's going to be the hardest work you've ever done, like digging through this stuff. Like, it's difficult when you've been through stuff, and when you're unhealed, and when you have to grow. And a lot of us are stuck. We're stuck from PMO, and we're stuck from addictions, and we're stuck, and we're not getting there. And we have to go through these really hard times to even get to these places where we can feel like we're healed and feel like we're normal people, or feel like we're thriving and succeeding. And I'm just working on forgiving myself, because that is the hardest thing to do. I am so hard on myself. I'm so hard on myself. It's difficult. And I've even been having some wet dreams recently, and I know that those are products of a lot of the negative thoughts that I've been having, the regrets, the thoughts about her new boyfriend, these things that I know they're bad for me. I know, when I'm distracting myself by talking to a girl or thinking sexual thoughts, I know that's bad. And those, subconsciously I've been releasing in my sleep too often. Got to change my thought patterns. I got to change my thoughts to self-love, looking towards the future, accepting what's happened, forgiving myself, and just loving myself and the potential that life can bring. That chapter's over. it was a beautiful chapter, it doesn't mean that there can't be more beautiful chapters and even more beautiful chapters that I haven't even been able to conceive of yet. And the same with you. So I hope that this helps somebody out there. I'm going to start to make these videos more positive. I know that this isn't for everybody, and this isn't one of these, hey, be super confident and jacked on semen retention and all these things, but like, this is the real stuff here. This is what life's really about. So keep going. Think about the thoughts you're choosing in the moment. Think about when you're distracting yourself, and just try to put one foot in front of the other in a positive direction. Peace and love. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate the love and support. Just hit 200 subscribers. It's awesome. I'm going to make more videos about that, and definitely going to be doing more involving subscribers and involving you guys. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.